All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to the China Major, the regional qualifier, South America region here. Got a winner bracket matchup from Group B, and this is test123, formerly known as painX. Calling them ex-painX. They're going up against ThunderP, and ex-painX up 1-0 in this best of 3. I'm BreakyCPK, joined by Elevated once again. And we got the draft underway. So we had our classic Terrorblade versus Arc Warden matchup in the previous game. A little bit of a different start so far. I mean, still potential, I suppose, but hopefully things change up here in Game 2. I'll say that much.
Yeah, looks like the Flea Rubik again, although I do know Kitrak also plays the hero. And we've got the Bane Centaur classic combo from ThunderP.
Although a little bit different.
A little different. It's one of those different Centaur these days.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's like, yes, it's the combo that we've seen before, but also, I guess you could almost. It really is better, isn't it? Because the whole Bane even Q setup or the Enfeeble, even longer stun from the hoof stomp after he sleeps a target initially. Like that itself sounds pretty damn strong, honestly.
Yeah, you definitely would think so.
Yeah, and there's the Doom again.
That Bane buff. Very puzzling considering how often this hero is picked.
Yeah, I'm with you there. It's definitely one of those that it's like, okay, well, we'll see where this goes. Doom, the second pick for ex-Pain, and obviously we saw this success last game from Lelis or Laposa. And he essentially had that free lane. May or may not happen this time around, but either way, potentially a really good hero in that laning phase and can cause chaos in the earlier parts. So the Stampede nerf happening to Centaur. Still seeing this hero plenty, I think it's safe to say.
Yeah, it definitely is a pretty big deal, though, because it means that you can take fights a lot less often with Centaur. You have to be very careful when you use the Stampede now, but the rest of his kit is still very good.
Yeah. Still haven't seen a Grimstroke, man. There was one game I was watching earlier that had a Grimstroke in it. I wasn't really able to watch much of it, but I saw that it was picked at least. But it's a lot of the games that I've been casting, however, earlier in the week and now today, it's been banned. First 3 banned every time.
Yeah, it was in a game that I casted earlier in the ESL. Katowice opens.
Okay.
And it was IX Mike playing the Grimstroke, and it went pretty well.
10 seconds
Just
remaining.
went aggressive.
Dire team pick.
Ended up kind of running over the lane a little bit, but it didn't look like super OP. It did look strong, though. I think the Soulbind is probably the strongest part of the hero, just because it's like destroys mobility in fights.
Yeah, again, the potential use of that ability, the synergy and everything,
10
and
seconds remaining.
what can, like, hell, this game, you know, the double Doom, for example. That just sounds stupid strong. It's because it is. It is strong, and there's a reason why that hero's being banned, understandably, right now. So, how about that Meepo ban, by the way, on top of the Slark initially before that coming out? But Meepo, he got toned down a bit more in 7.2 LC, but maybe still dangerous, I suppose.
Yeah, and obviously an Attune hero. The Attune's hero pool that we've mostly seen him on is Terrorblade, Meepo, Huskar, and the Tinker are the 4 that I can really recall. So keeping an eye out for those heroes in particular. Jamari, a very good Mirana, if I remember correctly. So most likely his hero right now being picked. And good combo with the Bane. You want those 6 or 7 second arrows?
Remaining.
Skill that Enfeeble.
Pretty good. Pretty
5
good.
seconds remaining.
There's still the Shadow Demon on the board as well, just saying. Talk about a strong setup for both the Centaur and Mirana. It seems like a strong supporting cast with a Centaur and Mirana, I would say so myself. It's pretty appealing, but see if they go that direction.
Dire team pick.
Hey, you mentioned Dazzle was left open. Yeah, we've been seeing him banning that 4th, 5th bans a fair amount too, but they leave it open here, so spamming his abilities thanks to bad juju.
I wonder if this is going to be a mid Dazzle. I saw one of those earlier as well, and it was actually Limp playing it, and
oh, wow.
10 seconds
he
remaining.
just destroyed the mid lane with that hero. So
what did they build on the hero?
Remaining.
With that,
for a mid Dazzle,
yeah,
He just did like 3 null talismans into a 4-staff, and the game was over in 15 minutes.
Oh.
So didn't see any farther than that.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I'd be curious how you really would build, if it goes to the mid or even the late game, kind of that core dazzle.
Yeah, probably a Hex is going to be in there. BKB, I would imagine.
Things that take advantage of the cooldown reduction for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
That makes sense.
Blink Dagger, perhaps. Probably pretty good.
Yeah, again, don't know yet. Could be your support. Either way, I'm excited to see him. I consider this probably my favorite hero of all time. So, with these changes to the patch, it definitely made it more exciting. And I was played it myself and have seen others play it. It's clearly an all-around buff, despite not having that huge AOE weave anymore. He kind of just gets it just naturally, anyways, spamming spells. So it's fun.
Oh yeah, they're definitely going to tune down how long the bad juju or how big of an AoE the bad juju is. It's way too big for way too strong of an ability.
Rasta.
But in the meantime, play that hero in pubs. You'll win a lot.
Take advantage. Shadow Shaman, yet even more lockdown. That is a theme over here on Thunder Predator. There is no shortage of that on their side. So they got that going. They got some nice team push going. So objective taking's decent. Clean lineups. It seems like this is going to be that 4-1 strat. They're going to pick some really hard to carry as a final, like an anti-mage or something. Final spot.
I mean, it sets up pretty well for this Tinker because they have 4 heroes that can run around killing while Tinker farms. And then Tinker's biggest weakness is that he actually can't push towers. So when you pair a Mirana with the attack speed and the Shadow Shaman wards, you can actually protect the wards very well with the March. If Attune doesn't pick the Tinker here, I would be very surprised.
You mentioned it was a hero that he is known for playing. So it's either that or, test123 obviously aware of that too. Could potentially ban. Huskar was another one that you talked about, and I'm intrigued to see that new Huskar myself. The idea that he can now be bursted more by magic damage, of course, but he seems a bit more effective at the same time as far as, I guess, what was the change again?
They basically made it so his passive no longer gives him...
That's right, yeah.
And honestly, this Ember Spirit pick might be kind of trying to bait the Huskar out.
Oh, yeah.
Just because, it pairs very, very well. You want Huskar into an Ember Spirit, and Ember Spirit also denies that Tinker pick pretty heavily. So
okay.
Thunder Predator kind of has a choice. Do we go with the Attune Huskar? Do we go with the Tinker in a bad matchup against the Ember Spirit?
Yeah, it was Inner Fire. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, the new ability that he has now.
That ability is really good. His passive is, I think, kind of questionable. Like, it gives him an incredible amount of regen, but it also, the magic being susceptible to that is really dangerous.
I think the hero just plays a little bit differently now because of that, but at the same time, yeah, he's still that scary kind of threat that can snowball quickly. And yeah, if you pair him with, like a Dazzle, for example, I'm not saying test123 is picking it up, but yeah, Dazzle Oracle still makes a lot of sense on the hero, potentially. A saving
10
component.
seconds remaining.
Hell, maybe we'll see it from X-Pain.
5 seconds remaining.
The Dazzle support.
Maybe a Naga.
Ugh.
For Ritsu. We need a Ritsu hero. Naga looks incredibly strong right now, especially when you pair it with a Dazzle. Like, you can basically one-shot heroes with the Riptide from Naga and then the wave on top with like 5 illusions.
Yeah.
It's insane. You can do like 1,000 damage at 6 minutes into the game.
They do ban the Huskar. So they were scared about that still. Maybe a hero that's not half bad in that safe lane against dealing with like the laser spans of a Tinker or something like a Juggernaut comes to mind. Able to spin those things off and the damage in general.
For
X-Pain. I assume it's going to be a mid-Ember.
Yeah, it is a mid-Ember for sure. They want the Ember against the Tinker matchup.
Yeah.
And Thunder Predator needs to decide, do we actually pick the Tinker here into the Ember Spirit?
Dire team pick.
Phantom Assassin.
Interesting. PA. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, once she gets a BKB, then obviously the similar idea that she feels unstoppable.
And Dazzle PA is a pretty scary lane as well. Lots of slows, lots of physical damage coming out.
Yeah. Talk about that bad
10
juju.
seconds remaining.
That's some nice synergy there.
5 seconds.
Yeah, we saw
remaining.
we saw a PA from Thunder Predator in the previous series. Actually, Toon played it. Again, they had that Empower buff though and everything, and it did take off. That new blur and how it works, and new Phantom Strike mechanic.
Choose your hero.
Interesting. They call it Bat Rider. Really? So, you know what they did this last series is they finally picked a Bat Rider and gave it to Frank the last series as well. So is this going to be a mid shaman? Oh no, wait, Jamari's on Mirana. Wait,
but
what?
I can't imagine they would run a safe lane Shadow Shaman, so it has to be a mid shaman.
Toon's going to play the Shadow Shaman, and yeah, you're right. So probably will just end up being mid.
I mean, Shaman's base damage is insane. It's so good at denying and getting last hits, and Ember Spirit not really that good at trading. He has pretty low armor.
Yeah.
Getting a lot of farm on this Shaman early could allow them to really kind of tempo control the game, and the Bat Rider is a scary hero for the Ember Spirit to deal with. Also could have pretty heavy impact in the laning stage, but I don't know. I don't know. Last time I saw a mid Shaman work, so
it's very much committed to a win early strat. Like that's the biggest thing that's standing out to me from Thunder Predator. That final pick, running a mid Shaman. Like I said, if they went to Tinker, at least they'd have a bit of that late game. Potentially, they would kind of be running that 4-1 strategy, but they're just all 5 in. I mean, all 5 of these heroes are going to be useful earlier on, and they're going to want to just go, get the drums, get those R items, and just run at you. So it's a matter of can they protect the PA long enough? Can they, sustain that damage? Is what we're looking at of ex-pain even. Ex-painX. That is. On the Radiant. Yeah, very interesting. Didn't we see? We actually saw it at the Kuala Lumpur Major. It was mid-1 planted, if I'm not mistaken.
The mid-dazzle?
The grand. No, he played Rasta in the grand finals.
Shaman.
Yeah, they lost that game. That was one of the games that they lost. I guess they lost 3 games, but it was the first game, I think. Yeah, I think it was game 1. It didn't do that well in the end. The game they kind of got rolled over in general by VP, but
30 seconds to battle.
And that was before 7.20.
It's definitely 100% a tempo hero. It has to have a good early game. Start snowballing by taking those early towers. Kind of in the same vein as a Pugna, honestly, where you want to get that 6 as soon as possible. Start warding all the towers that you can.
Jamari a little too quick right there. Got poison touch, but with the leap, Rubik was unable to get close enough to toss her in and go for something. So it's going to be that 2-for-2 bounty rune split. And right now it's shaping up. We could have an aggressive tri-lane happening from either side even. Although Dazzle
looking to snipe this courier.
Be very patient about this for now. The courier's not moving yet.
313 movement speed. Pretty easy to do this.
Yeah. He's still not sending the courier out though, so I'm gonna say I don't think he's gonna wait that long. Does TP bottom as Bane actually TPs to the top lane. So we do have our 2-1-2 set up. Phantom Assassin most certainly needs that Dazzle support down here.
Yeah, especially against the Bat Rider.
I was gonna say a little surprised they put Bane supporting the Mirana at the top lane because the sleep setup into a hoof stomp is so strong. But it is a Bane Mirana up there. And yeah, you got the Bat Rider sticky napalm spam, I guess. So you could argue for both, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it does give them that kill potential. They could find Flea pretty regularly once they get a couple levels up, I
dead.
think.
Maybe? Salve, that's only gets 1 tick. He's definitely dead. It's just a matter of time. And he got way too comfortable there with the sticky napalm. He got up to 8 stacks of it. Running at them. Not sure what the plan was. He doesn't have a TP ready either, so he's going to have to run back the old-fashioned way. Yeah, this bottom lane is not going to be a fun start here for the Radiant side. How's that?
That's kind of the story of the safe lane these days, it feels like, where you basically just show up and you hope to not feed, and then you're going to catch up in the jungle later.
God, you were not kidding about the damage of Rasta. Look, he's hitting for 95 right now compared to Ember's 58.
Yeah, it's insane. It's actually insane.
That is insane damage.
So I see those 11 and 6 versus 8 and 1. CCNC really, I mean, it's not on him as a player to really contest that when somebody has essentially a double damage against you at all times.
Mm-hmm. Good move by Ritsu right there. They were clearly committing for a kill onto him with the Firefly even being used, but he ran up. That was over here. Yeah, Flea.
Phase ends.
What happened? Is that the arrow setup? Looks like it.
I missed the initial part of it, but just got a little too aggressive.
Yeah. Caught out in the jungle. Dangerous comp in that. But back to the point again. He did a good job making them run one way after him, then Phantom Strike to his teammate and ran away. But yeah, that's really both these lanes seem like they're not going to be the easiest on the outside, at least. Although Doom is farming very well, so that itself is happening. However, Rubik again is in trouble. Sleep set up into the arrow, and he is dead. Bottom lane, Ritsu getting low as mentioned. He's going to Phantom Strike back. Center also was slow, but the burn too much on Ritsu. He goes down. We have a 4-0 start for Thunder Predator early on in this game.
Yeah, so it definitely feels a lot better for Thunder Predator starting out than the last game. They seem to have a lot more kind of control over this laney stage, where they had the ability to really kind of get kills at will in both of their lanes. CCNC is recovering very nicely, though, in the mid lane.
Yeah.
Got that Quelling Blade, so you can contest the Shadow Shaman for last hits. And
Zaza goes down bottom. Ritsu 5 stacks of sticky napalm. He's dead, too. It's Batrider just runs at him, so we're seeing this final pick support Batrider. I mentioned the first series they did it too, and there's a reason why they like it. It kind of throws you off in the laning phase, I suppose, as a support hero especially, and yeah, against somebody like a Phantom Assassin is having trouble taking care of that, or staying alive even.
And PA, I mean, has the ability to actually reposition herself out of the Firefly, but until he has more movement speed items and, you know, that turn rate, I think the turn rate it was nerfed again, right? In 720,
I believe so, yeah.
They reverted a turn rate buff that they had made previously, which makes Batrider's sticky napalm all that more annoying to deal with. Basically stuns you every time you change direction now.
Mm-hmm. So this goes back to the point, though, that, again, this Dire lineup was built to win early and win fast. So it's not surprising to see them up 6-0 in the laning phase necessarily. It's still good, but it's one of those cases like they almost should be at the same time. Now you have both Doom and Ember Spirit farming decent for the Radiant team. When it comes to their core, speaking of that, Doom, he is going to be comboed. He's a little tougher of a kill, though, and Mirana misclicked right there. She actually took the sleep herself, the double stomp as the lift comes out. He has that Centaur devoured hell with a brain sap, though. Gets the kill in the end on Doom first. He will burn down on Bame. A good job making that kill happen. And now Flea, he's in a lot of trouble, too. The 5-minute banner rune, Jamari's going to go pick it up. Not going to get the other one, though, or maybe he will. He's thinking about it. Lift in 5 seconds.
That was almost a disaster.
Yeah. Oh, what? It's not going to be enough. He missed anyways. Oof. Yeah, that was something at the top lane. That was almost a disaster for a turn, but again, they killed Doom in the end. So his early farm going to be slowed a bit, and Rasta is winning the middle matchup. It's not the most dominating victory ever, but he is winning. However, wrap around. Centaur's coming in. How about that?
Yeah, CCNC, he's out too far. He's in trouble. Oh, nice slight dodge.
Not the hardest dodge, but it still made it look easy.
You must have just been spamming that because it went off immediately after that shackle ended.
Yeah, they're going to go back on a dazzle now? I don't, that's not a
Track's dead.
Is he? A double edge. Okay, it is. Yeah, he had a heal coming up in 1 second. It was too much damage, though, so. At least they get something out of this. Again, this is kind of the off-lane Centaur rotating mid, so not often you see that. Top lane, Oh, that was bottom, excuse me. Ritsu goes down to this Bat Rider, and he TP's out in time. Are you kidding me? Wow, well played there.
Yeah, I think this is actually a support Centaur, right?
Is it?
I believe so. I believe.
Oh, you know what it is? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Okay.
Matthew is the support player, so
that makes more sense then. I did have it mixed up that first series as well. Either way, Prada goes down at the top lane, so finally some turn kill for ex-painX at the top.
Yeah, and maybe the bigger story, Attune, pretty ineffectual use of the wards in the mid lane, and just kind of just feeding CCNC a bunch of gold. It does almost no damage to the tower.
Lilith, he's in trouble. The regen barely enough for now to keep him alive. He gets the Infernal Blade auto attack, but it's not going to be enough damage. That triple Wraith Band on Mirana. She's plenty tanky. She stays alive. Bottom lane, they're diving. Ember Spirit, he's coming in though. Bat Rider, Frank, he's going to lasso up. Phantom Assassin says, I'm taking you with me. At least they get the kill, the double edge. Ember never came, did he?
Nope.
He canceled the TP, and now Kirak's like, are you kidding me, dude?
This bat is owning right now.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, Bat Rider final pick, man. It really is throwing off this this Radiant squad. He's pinging out.
I really think that turn rate is a really big deal.
Yeah.
CCNC
somebody was pinging this middle lane. No one's coming for the Radiant, but he thinks he can get this kill. Oh boy, the sleep comes out. Good save initially. The Hex now, and now CCNC's on the run. He's in trouble. He has one more Remnant.
Oh, the body block miss. I don't think you're going to be able to catch him.
He is good. Yeah, he actually wouldn't have had mana to activate the Remnant, but either way, he does get out.
But Flea, or the Doom.
Yeah, somebody up here could be in trouble. The wraparound from Centaur. Bane setting up for the arrow. There you go. Here comes a hoof stomp, although Flea, he'll send him back, and there's a hoof stomp. Doom throws one out. With the Centaur that he's eaten, and he will stay alive. So good counter play there.
I think Doom actually has a shorter cast point on that ridiculously slow stomp than Centaur does on his.
Probably. He's got an early buckler as well, that kind of casual buckler. Mitigating plenty of damage early on, though. Middle lane, the wards are down on the tower, and they're locking down Ember with the shackles. And comes the double edge. Yeah, he had that level 4 flame guard up, so he does prevent it. He's going to kill off some wards. Centaur's still running. Double edge, he almost used it. Not going to happen, though. They will protect the tower. Oh, yeah, Ritsu goes down to the bottom lane against another lasso. It sure was. Mirana coming in as well with a Star Storm to finish him off. Ritsu, man, he is 0-5-0. Not a good game for him. At that bottom lane, middle lane, back over to it. The action continues. They're trying to kill CCNC so hard, but that Flame Guard is going to be taken off. Plenty of damage done so. Fleet is dead, but at what cost now? Webbing away. No, he gets hexed up. There's another Shackles. Like, cool on that. Feels so freaking low. The double edge almost kills himself in the process, but he gets away. CCNC trying to avoid damage with a slight. And he will survive some way, somehow again. He's barely staying alive several times.
CCNC is playing out of his mind right now, trying to put his team on his back, knowing that Ritsu is having one of the worst games he's probably ever had in competitive Dota.
It's a very rough
21 last hits at 10 minutes on this PA. Although he does get the top lane now, as the Mirana had rotated to the bottom. So he will find some space now, and he has the Doom kind of sitting behind him as an enforcer.
Yeah, that to me is the biggest factor. Going back to this Doom, really needing him to start being a bit more active, perhaps. I mean, he is level 6. He did not get his Doom just yet. Okay, he is going to get it at level 7, though. He will find Bane, but Bane's a little too far away. And this is that issue that we talked about last game as well, until he got the Blink Dagger, you know, catching up to somebody. It's not the easiest.
Moonlight Shadow. Centaur looking for an opportunity.
They scanned him, though. Yeah, Radiant, it hit something, so I think they even saw it being used. They're going to run at Ross. They say, screw it, we're just going to go for this, but the wards come down in that circle formation. The Shackles as well, but no, the counter's done onto Ross. The CCC still alive, but the sleep at the last second, they finally get the kill. The Shallow Grave applied to Ember Spirit. Can he get out some way somehow? He's going to Remnant away for the time being. In the back lines, they lose a Phantom Assassin once again, and down goes CCNC. That's 356 gold going the way of Jamari on Mirana, so it works out very well for Thunder Predator in the end. Kit Rack he'll at least be able to TP away in time. You do see Doom used on Batrider throughout that too, but it did not matter. A 3-for-1 essentially. I guess a 2-for-1, but still both the cores going down on the Radiant.
Yeah, Ritsu is so under leveled that I didn't even realize that he died at the beginning of the fight because his death timer was so low.
Yeah.
But Flea able to clean up the mid tower. It's a pretty big deal. Opens up the map quite a bit.
Sleep. No arrows coming though. And with TP support, Thunder Predator will just simply run away. Not gonna risk doing anything more. Is Shadow Shaman going a straight Ags?
He is indeed.
Oh my gosh. That's gonna be a really early Ags on the Shadow Shaman.
Yeah, they definitely need to finish off this tier 1 mid though, and he needs to start actually like getting some tower kills with these wards. He's used them 3 or 4 times now and has claimed 0 towers.
Very good point, yeah. I guess the bottom tower was taken out, but that wasn't really thanks to him. More so of how the lane went. Speaking of that, poor Ritsu. He's got blur. Yeah, see, there's that blur, man.
Gonna pop. Oh, no, hello.
Is under attack.
And eventually we're going to catch up to him. Just a matter of time. No way he's getting out of this one. No creeps to Phantom Strike too. He says, screw it, might as well do some damage. But easy kill in the end for the Dire. Top tower is going to be pushed in, however, from the Radiant. So when you have an 7 death Phantom Assassin dying yet again this early on, it's like, you know what, maybe that's worth it. You get a tower out of it, so why not?
Yep, Maelstrom basically done on this Mirana, so her damage will increase pretty significantly. Blink still ways away on the Centaur, so no immediate follow-up yet.
And here we come. See, they want to turn the shackles. Initially missed though. Nice job with the dust, but Moonlight Shadows also with that movement speed, gonna keep them away. They'll be fine. What do you think about Embers going the bots first? Early on in this game.
I think it's just it's a pretty standard item build. It gives him just so much mobility and the ability to split push. It allows him to, you know, kind of create some space by being able to show up the lanes and still show up for fights with his team, which they desperately need space for Ritsu to have any sort of impact at all. He doesn't even have treads finished yet, and it's 14 minutes into the game.
Yeah, but he's got 3 Wraith Bands. Bottom lane, Fiend's Grip on Doom into the arrow setup, but the support is coming, and he's a tough kill. He's got that Crimson Guard. He's going to be fine. In fact, now here comes the turn. Nice job at the lead at the last second, but she still got caught by the shackles. CCC running after Stampede activated from the Dire team. They end up killing Bane, however, and now Jamari being cut down by Ritsu. Not the most far, but damn it, it's enough damage. Flea gets credit for the kill, but buyback from Bane, and they're turning Doom. Again, speaking of being tanky, finally the brain sap happens on top of the lasso, and they take him out. He did not even doom anybody that fight, by the way, either.
CCC going back to heal. He's going to show back up for this fight.
Yeah, that he is. CCNC is ready. Back in. There's a turn from Ritsu. Puts the dagger out. Batrunner going to be rooted up, but good lockdown on this Ember Spirit. Rasta and everyone else in general, again, they have a fair amount of it. That's what we talked about. Ether Shock stolen by Flea. I don't know if that's what he wanted.
Building up.
That's true. The minus armor kicking in. Fade Bolt connects.
Back to the wards.
Bane's dead. Batrider going back in. Is that too risky though? It feels like it. He's in trouble. And the Remnant will finish the job. Ends up giving up a double kill to CCNC. And Shallow Grave is still ready if needed. So they could use that for sure. There's a Doom. Doom comes back in. They're overcommitting. Thunder Predator, you were doing so well up until this point. Oh boy, and that's exactly what they did not need here in this game. And now the net worth lead is favoring the Radiant all of a sudden.
Yeah, that was just a really awkward place for them to take that fight. I mean, this Shadow Shaman, this is not the kind of fight he wants to take. He does not want to drop his wards in some random spot in the bottom lane. He wants to drop them on a tower every single time. And just kind of a bizarre choice to really hard commit to that.
Also, the choice by Shadow Shaman, I'm not saying that things would have been completely different, but this is the issue with going a Ags first, is it is a lot of build-up. And the stats are nice, but until you have the actual Ags, it feels ultimately kind of underwhelming with that early net worth gain that he had early on. You know, obviously, for example, if you went the Blink Dagger first, that mobility would be nice, and for being able to get in that position to catch certain heroes with all that crowd control, that's no doubt doing work. So there is a little bit of that to look at too.
And the fact that by going this Ags first, basically committing his entire net worth to a 120-second cooldown ability that he can use once in a fight.
True.
If he's lucky. And if he had the blink, then he could, continue to initiate over and over and over. So I think that the tempo is pretty severely shifted over to the side of painX now, or ex-painX. Simply based on Attune's, I'm going to just go ahead and say it, misuse of Serpent Wards multiple times in the Linny stage.
Yeah, you gotta wonder, and I'm sure it's not the first time he's ever played Rasta, and maybe he has been playing this hero a bit, but that always does, is brought up, especially after you see a kind of a niche hero that we don't see often in a role, and then later on in the game, it's not necessarily working out as planned. You kind of wonder that a little bit. Was this more of like a forest? They felt like it just would have been good. Let's have him play it, or is he comfortable on it? Either way, the lead is starting to grow a little bit now for the Radiant. And you have this Phantom Assassin now. As horrible as the start this was for Ritsu, he's working on a Battle Fury. And you know what? He's got Treads finished. He's got another 1,300 gold saved up. They finally opened up space for him. If he can get that Battle Fury, it almost feels like this game will just be over. Because, like we talked about, the late game on this Dire team is really not there. It's really the Battle Fury and then the BKB. That is what should secure it for the Radiant, it feels like.
Yeah, there's just essentially no scaling whatsoever on the Dire side, and you know what, Ritsu, this PA farms actually pretty quickly with the changes to Phantom Strike, where it just gives you a flat attack speed increase. So he's pretty happy with where he's at, considering how bad the start was.
Oh, Bat Rider, they jump him initially. Initial 200+ crit comes out. There's a lift, another crit, and he is dead. A little bit of RNG helping them there, but you know what? They got it. Stampede wasn't even activated. Bottom lane, maybe this was for it. Lelis ends up going down to the Brain Sap, but CCNC still here. The Maelstrom procs happening. They take out Bane. Jamari goes down as well. Double kill for the Ember Spirit. So Doom, another case of they eventually kill him, but he is tough to get down in the first place.
Yeah, CCNC is feeling pretty much unkillable right now. They just... the magic damage doesn't really matter against him, and unless they can somehow find a sleep into arrow in.
By the way, the top lane just he stole the wards.
The ward.
Yeah, and now they're gonna kill him as a result. The idea was nice from Attune, but just not there. However, Phantom Assassin runs into the hoof stomp, and the wards misses coming in. The Phantom Strike back, but the wards finished the job. They got the attacks off. All right, so it wasn't as one-sided as it could have been, but still. Fancy plays. Yeah,
and another use of the wards in the middle of a lane, nowhere near a tower.
Yeah.
Like,
you're right.
This Shadow Shaman has the Ags complete, but those wards are just not doing anything.
Yeah. Very true. Now, it's definitely more and more realization on that as this game continues on. And that Maelstrom for Ember Spirit. Talk about a farm enhancement tool on top of the Boots of Travel early on. He's got the Lincolns queued up next. There's a lot of reason why the Lincolns is great. It's one of those games where there's a lot of single target abilities to take it off, but they're all just pretty strong. So kind of nice to have for that. It gives you that reaction time, ideally.
Yeah, definitely.
The prize is
20-minute bounty runes. They pick it up. However, speaking of reaction, the hoofstomp misses because of the slight. The Doom is applied to Centaur. And here we go. Another single target. They lasso him in. Another slight. They're locking down CCNC. Remnants away quickly. Shallow Grave. It's still ready. Might need to come into play here. There's a sleep. Again, will he use it? He's just going to throw it at the last second, so he helps to keep him alive. Flea is also here. It keeps him alive. The heals said no, it will not be enough. You know what? Initially, it actually was almost a little early. You can't blame him for it. But he wasn't actually taking fatal damage initially. He will dodge the arrow, however.
Laposa doing shadow amulet things right now, but I think he's probably dead.
Do they have AoE? Yeah, they do. Yeah, got him. End up taking him out as well. So, okay, pretty successful fight. Do they have wards still? They do. Throw those babies down. Here you go. Or not. Okay. All right, so they're just going to get the tower. They got Dazzle.
They're going to be greedy and try and put these on high ground, I would imagine.
Okay. No, there you go.
Never mind.
Waiting for Ford, I guess.
Let's get it quickly and get out.
Centaur, meanwhile, middle lane. Gonna make use of that blink, get the kill, but can't catch up to Rubik, who lifts him up. Uses that evasiveness with the leap that he's stolen. Stays alive, so Good job there, but Phantom Assassin, meanwhile, has a Demon Edge, and we talked about that. Battle Fury continues to be well in the works, but another Blink Dagger picked up, so it almost feels like that Thunder Predator is kind of getting it together once again. They have another chance here now, another window of opportunity to try to take control of this game back.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that this Battle Fury for Ritsu might end up coming back to bite him a little bit. If Thunder Predator is able to take fights on their terms a couple more times, he's just not going to have enough room to really utilize this at all to come back into the game.
Regeneration.
Trying to control their jungle, meanwhile. You look at the Radiant Wards. Definitely for their own jungle. They got one pretty deep here in the middle lane, but other than that. The vision for the Dire side is a little lacking right now. On the other side of it, they could definitely use some more aggressive wards.
Yeah, why isn't the Shaman buying wards? Oh, just kidding.
Bad support. Oh, wait, he's a core. He's queuing up to Refresher. Like, he is really all in on this push with the ward strat.
He just wants to go home or go eat or something like that. He's got a date later tonight. He wants the game over with.
Yeah. And one way or the other, this game will finish fast, he says. That's definitely the mentality it feels like. But, I mean, you see him, very good farm with the Mirana. We haven't really talked too much about Jamari here, but he's almost got his own Lincolns, by the way. Which, again, Doom itself, one ability where it's just always good to have. That makes sense. Do you like it here, though? Is it too defensive, you think, of Mirana, or is it fine?
I think she also really likes the stats from the Lincoln's build-up, and the regeneration is very nice. I guess probably, I mean, it's not that effective because it can be popped pretty easily by PA's Dagger and Dazzle's Poison Touch, which are both relatively low cooldown spells. Obviously, Rubik Spell Steal as well, pretty low cooldown. But if it does save him from that one key Doom in a fight, it could completely pay off.
Dire are scanning.
Ritsu, he's got the Battle Fury finished. Let the progress continue. Going through his own jungle as Radiant's moving bottom. Mirana.
There's only 3 heroes here. They need to be very careful about this.
Oh, they're wrapping around over here, though. Rasta, that's a good kill, remember. It is a core after all. They leap in with Flea. They catch him, and TPs are happening, but it's going to be too much damage initially. He throws on the war, says screw it, might as well. Lasso catch.
This is the arrow.
CCNC with the shallow grave. Can he remedy out as a result? No, the Fiend's Cube block in place. The Doom is applied to Mirana as they take out Dazzle, though, but with CCNC dead on the Ember Spear, this is looking pretty bad for ex-painX. Lelis wants that kill. They deny him in the end, it looks like. And now Lelis, he's in no man's land. That Crimson Guard makes him tanky, but he still will fall. But Phantom Assassin comes in, cleans up a Bat Rider. But at what cost? What are you doing, buddy? You only have a Battle Fury. Well, 3 Wraith Bands, I guess, but he's dead. I mean, this is going to be another double edge. Yeah. Whoa, that was very odd last-minute decision by Ritsu, but okay, it works out for Thunder Predator, especially with that.
Yeah, he showed up very late to that fight, decided to take a 1-on-3 by himself, and maybe thinking that he's playing a different game where he has a little bit more farm.
He's like, there's no way I'm this under-farmed. I'm fine. He goes to pop his BKB, and he's like, wait, I don't have it yet. Crap.
My hockey's not working, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that was a very ambitious and bold attempt there from Phantom Assassin. But, yeah, he also gives up 400 or so gold to Matthew on the Centaur. That's closer to a Crimson Guard now. So, you know what? That assumed it was just going to be a free pick on Rasta and get out, but, man, they reacted. The Stampede also happened, and getting the wards down was a pretty big deal, too, for what eventually was a pretty huge fight that happened there.
Yeah, it was definitely some kind of interesting plays there. They missed the arrow on CCNC, which allowed him to get away. They had to expend the Fiend's Grip onto him, but no burst damage from the Radiant side, which meant that the entire fight was able to be reinforced since that Shadow Shaman, you know, he's fairly tanky with his Ags.
Dire's bottom tower is under
God, and he
attack.
has a refresher now. 25-minute, we'll call it, refresher Ags. As Flea blinks out. Ooh, close call. They were really hoping to catch him with the Stampede use even, but not the case. And remember, now with the Stampede nerf, you got to be careful using that at times like that. It's 100-second cooldown level 2. Especially not getting the kill. That's Bit of an opening now for the Radiant team, not worrying about set ability.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Yeah, they
attack.
definitely need to be careful about how they take these fights now.
Top tower is under
Without
attack.
that Stampede to position themselves.
structures
They do have a DD
are
on Jimari, and it looks like painX or ex-painX is happy to just kind of take over the Dire side of the map for now. They are smoked up,
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
looking to engage.
Radiant's
From
top
behind.
tower has fallen.
Doom, any kind of vision? Doesn't look like it's down at least. Batrider trying to TP out. He gets caught initially though with the lift. Free kill on him. It's going to be information at the very least, and the rest will escape. At least Bane is trying to.
Radiant's top tower is under
He has a
attack.
TP, so he is good. I keep on trucking there. Yeah, that's something else I'm still trying to get used to as a spectator. Thinking like, oh, he doesn't have a TP, but then realizing there's the whole town portal space now.
Select.
Oh, Ember's caught.
CCC.
Yeah, they catch him with the Fiend's Grip. That was Bane that whole time. He used that Invis eventually to wrap around mid and catch Ember Spirit there.
They immediately smoke up. They're going to try and push this bottom wave, it looks like. Try and force this buyback out of the Ember Spirit. Wrap around behind this push, but at the same time,
Yeah. I don't think they knew that they were doing Roshan.
definitely not.
You got to think they would have gone in there after that kill for sure, if they knew. So good job by the Radiant. ex-painX.
Yeah, a little bit of indecision right now. It seems like Katoon wants to push this bottom lane. The rest of his team thought about mid, but they're going to get here right around the time that Ember Spirit actually respawns. So fighting into an Aegis.
There we go.
Steals the wards immediately.
Refresher. Double refresher. Or double wards even. Yeah, he stole the wards. Can he get them off before he dies? A shallow grave? No, he cannot. He's dead for 50. So even with the steal, it doesn't matter. Doom does die. Now he buys back. He still has his Doom. So you look at the base, though, with those double Rasta wards and Ags.
And they cannot approach this area of the map right now at all.
That's going to be too much damage taking.
But CCNC wrap around from behind. He's going to get caught, though.
Oh, no. Fiend's Grip not ready. They sleep him up initially, but the Hex, the stuns are there. They lock him down. They get the kill. He has a buyback if they feel like it. This is a dieback on Doom, by the way. What is going on? ex-painX is just kind of throwing themselves at the coordination. Seems a little lost right now. And they're going to lose Doom despite the shallow grave. He is out for 70 seconds. Fantastic push right there from Thunder Predator. You know what? This is all without a mid-tier 1 being killed 29 minutes into the game. They're pushing tier 3 and getting the racks.
I feel like I've seen this story a few times before casting CCNC games where he goes for these wraparound plays and his team just doesn't coordinate at the same time, and he ends up just feeding away a very, very important kill.
Yeah, I'm with you there, and I'm also looking at this Phantom Assassin choosing to go a Manta style. He's spending a lot of gold going a Manta over the BKB, and I understand the Manta has its use as well this game, but BKB literally makes you unstoppable outside of a Fiend's Grip, right? Or I guess a Lasso too, technically, but I don't know. It seems like a BKB is just much better valued.
At the very least, it makes them commit something like that to you, which feels pretty valuable when right now they're able to just kind of use their abilities on whoever they want, especially CCNC, who's just been focused every single time.
Oh, he jumps in. He immediate leap, though, from Jamari. Now, luckily, no turn play. There's the arrow from Rubik. With the zone set up. Big crit off the bat. They lose two. Batrider went in for a play. Big turn for ex-painX. And now CCNC is in pursuit.
Why are they there? Attune is top. What is going on?
Both teams making some questionable plays. Is that what you're saying? Yeah.
Their shaman is literally completely in the top lane showing, and they're trying to fight.
The prize is mine.
Yep, he's pushing out the top, and so clearly the communication on both sides just a bit off at points. I mean, Refresher's ready in a minute here. 45 seconds even for Shadow Shaman.
Necrobook queued up next.
Does he?
Oh
really?
my goodness.
Nice. What's his level 20, by the way? Oh, Serpent Ward's max HP. Wow, that's actually really good considering.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Ember and Phantom Assassin are also level 20, though. Ember goes the Spell Lamp, no True Strike necessary. Phantom Assassin goes the triple Stifling Dagger, so that's something that's going to be more of an issue now to deal with. And he has 3,000 gold saved up, so the whole argument of, like, is Manta maybe better? In fact, he doesn't even finish Manta now that I'm looking at it. He is going to go BKB.
makes the good call there. MKB is done on Jamari.
Okay.
Coming for Satanic next, not opting to go for his
Dire's
own
middle tower
BKB,
is under attack.
which is interesting.
Obviously, the MKB great against Phantom Assassin, but yeah, talk about a BKB for him. I feel like Manta this game would actually be on the other side of it, you know, potentially be better for him.
On Mirana.
BKB, yeah.
Yeah, to dispel the chains and possible net creep from this Doom.
That Dazzle Weave, or I guess the new Bad Juju, like things like that. So, but yeah, Satanic ideally will survive a little more, but there's that BKB for Phantom Assassin. Yeah, I don't know what to make of this game, honestly. The way it's played out these last 10 minutes or so, this really can happen either way.
Wacky stuff going on right now.
Yeah.
As expected in the South American region, I guess.
He goes from having a Yasha Ultimate Orb, just kind of questioning it a little bit, to then right-clicking a BKB and now finishing the Manta anyway. So all of a sudden he's triple slotted with the Battle Fury on top of that, and that whole 8-9 death start that he had in the first like 15 minutes just doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, he's 5-2 since then, so he's we saw. I mean, he still has the ability to just completely delete people.
Yeah.
Especially with the Juju stacking up. I love saying that.
The Bad Juju.
The Juju stacks.
That is a fun name. Clever name by them. Basher queued up. Ags for Rubik is being worked on at least. So Dire team they want to start kind of push right here. There's still plenty of time before Roshan. They want to at least get the tier 2 tower, but Radiant team, of course, much more comfortable to fight now. There's the wards. At least the first pair. Stifling Dagger. Good old Lincolns. Arrow back. It's an illusion. Wards are going to eventually get the tower kill. Yes. That talent as well from Rasta, again, it's pretty big, and the reason why they're able to get that there.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like they're trying to do a fake back here, maybe. Looks like that Radiant walks up.
Mirana's dead. That's a fake fallback, and again, Batrider gets caught going in. Oh boy, the timing just so awkward.
Gem on the ground.
2 are dead. That's a third. Ritsu is feeling very good now. Oh jeez, yeah, it's
that's the second time he's blinked in to try and save the Mirana who's lifted, and he just gets stunned when Rubik drops him in the exact same spot.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
The rune of haste.
And that's a mid-tower kill. Ex-painX or test123, whatever you want to call them. All of a sudden, this game is now really. I've said it before, to be fair, but it's looking good for them. We'll see if they continue to progress forward.
Oh, Doom using the top lane. The Toon's dead.
He sure is. Yeah.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
No buyback.
No buyback. Oh boy. Oh no. That's huge. This is at least 2 racks now. I mean that could be the game. They still have a bit of hold. Mirana's 15 seconds, so she's in that spot where it's like she doesn't want to buy back.
Thunder Predator, come on.
That's 2 racks as expected. So Mirana's up. You got to try something here if you're a Thunder. Doom is not here.
How do they take a fight? This Mirana doesn't have a BKB. She can't even go in.
Yep, she's going to leap in, hope for some damage. The Fiend's Grip doing plenty, but the Shallow Grave will keep Phantom Assassin alive for now. Is it enough? Strikes away. Rubik dies for this. They're trying to kill Ritsu still. And the BKB will be committed. Phantom Strike to his teammate. CCC comes back into the Shallow Grave, and the TP out with the BKB. Yes, he is gone.
Clutch play.
That was very well played by X-Pain as a team. And CCNC also gets out. Yeah, that was huge. I mean, they're going to lose Dazzle in the end, of course, but nope, never mind.
Just kidding.
I said, of course, and never mind. How about that?
They get 2 sets of racks, and they only lose 1 support.
I mean, that was phenomenal play. That really was. Like even just simple stuff like Ember Spirit, you know, coming back in range just close enough for another Phantom Strike, allowing him to ultimately help get away. It's just very good coordination. They get 2 racks, and yeah, the picking off a tune at the top lane is what ultimately set all that up, really. From the Doom.
And that's a dead Bane.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, vision. Yeah, he's dead.
That was a dead Bane.
You were right.
I'll say it again.
You were right.
Way too far up. They're trying to force something. They have these wards. But,
Exactly.
I mean,
They got double ward. That's what I was just about to say. It's like they know that they have to take a fight and, you know, like I said, force it, but they keep losing a hero in like 1 second, so they just can't do it.
kind of feels like a pub right now.
It does have a bit of a feeling.
Trying to make a play, and there's just somebody dying.
Yeah. I like seeing this on Dazzle as well, the Solar Crest pickup. Let me see what the rework of that item. It's just that nice steroid tool you can throw on your Phantom Assassin as he jumps in.
Super good with PA.
Middle. Mirana's in trouble. She has that Lincolns. However, it's taken out by Flea. He will not really follow this up, though.
No leap charges available for a bit, though.
Rubik has an Axe. Currently, the leap has been stolen. Doom's level 20 now. He gets that Doom DPS. Oh, he's not going to get Devour targets Ancients? Boo.
For shame. I took that one time in a Doom game and never again.
That was an illusion. Rasta went in, obviously not committing much, but it threw them off right there.
Bat Rider.
He's dead. And Stampede. Oh, Stampede was stolen! Stampede got stolen by the Rubik there.
They shoots Fiend's Grip on a Doom.
Yeah, that was actually huge because that allowed them to run over the cliffs and everything, by the way.
Yeah, the Ags on Rubik.
Yep. Get in position for that kill. Roshan's up in a second. They might check it here. Yeah, they're checking right now. It's going to be like perfect turn. Never mind. They're going to go for the shrine, maybe. Dire scans. There's actually no one there yet. Rubik's going to trigger it, though.
Radiant just kind of crossing their T's and dotting their I's at this point. This game is very much in their control. They have full map control. They have the better late game. They have Roche access. And Thunder Predator looking for answers, but I don't really know what those are at this point. Still no BKB on Jamari, going in for a crit next.
Well,
I do not like this build.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It continues to feel very all-in-ish, I think is the best way to put it for Thunder Predator. We knew that this was kind of their strategy going in with their lineup. We talked about it. So now that we're entering more of that late game with 39, 40 minutes in, and they've lost 2 sets of racks, they're just saying, you know what, let's get the RNG, get the Chrysalis, eventual Daedalus, double wards, somehow win a fight, and, you know, go from there. But obviously a very tough ask at this point of the game. Total control for the Radiant team and ex-painX as they kill Roshan. That's an Aegis for Phantom Assassin, who, oh, by the way, has an Abyssal Blade now. And then CCNC, he almost has his Octarine Core finished on top of that.
And Jamari literally just saying, no buyback necessary. I'm just going to go for this damage item. And if we cannot win the fight with that, we couldn't have won it with me buying back anyway.
Bat Rider, he gets away initially with the Forest Staff. Sleep helping a little bit as well. Doom, he hasn't used the Doom just yet. Still finding the right targets. You can see Shallow Grave comes out that we eat the cheese, I believe, and they crit down the Centaur. He buys back. Bat Rider was finished off. Everyone just solo life though. Mirana, she's staying dead for 80, and they're just going to run over the Dire base. Ritsu, who would have thought? He went from just being the shame of the game in the early parts to absolute domination by the end with an ultra kill.
I see a Tune in the bottom lane. He's going to go try and drop double wards.
He's got this.
Get scanned. Here comes the rotation from the Doom.
Blink in, do it.
Dire's middle tower
Yeah, he's in
has
trouble now.
fallen.
Distraction. Go, go, go.
What a clown fest.
Dire's middle tower
Yeah,
has
and I
fallen.
love it.
They just call it. All right, so they're going to the playoffs. Congratulations to test123 or ex-painX, as we know them by. They're going to the playoffs. That's the #1 seed out of Group B. Again, so they'll play the #2 seed out of Group A, which we won't know until tomorrow, I believe, with the decider match taking place. But as far as tonight is concerned, that is going to wrap things up for the coverage here. As far as Thunder Predator is also concerned, they are still in it. That's the big point. They're going to be playing the winner of the lower match that is happening at the same time, which is going to a Game 3 apparently. Guerrilla's Pride versus Infamous is happening right now. The winner of that will play Thunder Predator tomorrow. So will it be the rematch or a new one? We'll see, and that'll be for that deciding match to move on to the playoffs here for the China Major Regional Qualifiers. What a day, though. I know you only joined me for the second one, but we definitely got to see plenty of the 7.20 patch. I got to say, I've casted a couple days' worth of it now. It's a fun patch. I'm really enjoying it. Fast-paced for the most part. A lot of just different stuff happening, so it feels refreshing.
Yeah, definitely. The game definitely feels very fresh and incredibly fast-paced right now as people are just kind of defaulting into fighting pub mode while they try and figure things out.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really unrefined strategies coming out, but at the same time, that makes for very interesting Dota.
Yeah. So, as mentioned on this stream, we are going to be wrapping up. If you're interested to watch, of course, the other matches I talked about or any other matches, BTS has the main stream happening as well as 2, which are on here, 3 and 4, if I'm not mistaken, are also on the list. So you can check out any of those streams, get some dual stream going, multi-stream, whatever. Point is, plenty of coverage throughout this whole week for all 6 regions eventually. Of course, we got the first 3 with CIS, Southeast Asia, and South America here, and then the next 3, North America, Europe, and China, will be taking place later on in the week. But a fun start to South America, at least. As you mentioned, Elevated, some crazy Dota. We are wrapping up, though. I was BreakyCPK, joined by Elevated. Any last words, by the way, before we do officially go here?
No, we'll see you tomorrow.
Good plan. Sounds like a plan to me as well. We'll see you tomorrow for more coverage here at the South America China Major Qualifiers, South America region. Stay tuned, guys, for that. All the other matches happening throughout the night. Southeast Asia, in fact, even starts in the near future here for day number 2 of that. A lot of Dota. Have fun, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Until then, have a good night.